Welcome to Trading Lounge and the S&P 500, and we'll also be looking at the NASDAQ as well. And with this count here, we're looking at from the run up in 2016 here, where many other stocks markets moved up from the 2016 low as well. Of course, the DAX and other US indices, starting with the US banks actually, and also in Australia as well. BHP, the mining sector, moved up on that low there as well. So yeah, they've pretty much all got the same sort of count in one way or another. Now this market here, we're looking at from this wave 4 here, we're looking up to this wave 5 here of primary degree, and we're looking at 5 waves within that 5th wave, so of intermediate degree 1 and 2 here, and then 3 here, then 4 here, then 5 here. That will take us up into 2018 for a very serious top here. So as it goes at the moment, from wave 2 here of intermediate degree to wave 3 here, we're looking for 5 waves of 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 coming into play here. If the extension is in wave 3 here, which it is, then we can look at wave 1 and wave 5 being roughly the same distance as a rule of thumb. So from this wave 4 here, we're looking up for wave 5 here, and we're looking for 5 waves in that structure here. So I can just cut through to the 4-hourly chart, I think, and pick that up there. So from this wave 4 here, we're looking at 5 waves up for minor degree. This is minor degree here, and then this is minute degree here. So we're looking at this as wave 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and then wave 5 up here. And within this structure here, we're also looking for 5 waves up. So we'll go into the 1-hour chart here, and from this wave 4 here, we're looking at wave 1 and 2 here, all the way up for wave 3 and 4 here, and from 4 we're looking up to the green wave 5 here. Within that structure, we're looking for 5 waves as well. So we're looking at wave 1 here, and then 1 and 2 and 3 and A, B, C for 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 to the 3rd wave, the 4th wave here, and then the 5th wave moving up here, slightly higher here for these series of 5th waves ending in here. So the only spanner in the works for all of this is that this blue wave 5 here, if I look at the NASDAQ, it counts better as a wave 3 here. So I'm going to go to the NASDAQ on the 4-hour chart, and it's just something that we need to accommodate here. Whoops, that's the, well, this is the count that we've got here for the S&P 500 here with this wave 4 here. So if we look at the NASDAQ on the 4-hour chart as well, from its wave 4 low here, which is the low, of this structure here, then we can look at this as 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 here for this, and then wave 2 coming into play here. And then we would be looking at this as wave 3 moving up into this space, then wave 4, and then wave 5 here. So really, we need to be a little bit mindful of the S&P moving up as well. So yeah, so I mean, if this is wave 1 here and 2 here and 3 here and 4 here and 5 coming into play here up into this space here, then Google and Amazon are basically stalling at the 1,000 mark, but Facebook, let me see if I can just get Facebook on another charting program here. Oh, I must have been thinking of another stock, but still, there, this is Facebook pattern here anyway. So this has still got movement up to here, because this is just wave 1 to here, wave 2 to here, wave 1 to here, wave 2 to here. So this has still got further to go up here. This is This is corrective here, so it's still got more to go up here. It's not completed just yet. So this particular structure here is just not finished for me. I mean, even if the only other way I could look at this is bringing wave 4 way over here and having this as some sort of A wave here, then A, B, and C for the B wave here. But this doesn't, even if this was a B wave, then it doesn't really give me a nice 5-wave structure down here. So it just doesn't fit very well here. When I look at this on the cash market and the comp, as NASDAQ comp as well, it doesn't really give me, it doesn't give me the count. This is the best sort of count here. So if we just assume that this high coming up to here is wave 3 here, then we would need to do the same on the S&P 500 here. We'd have to assume that this is wave 3 up here, and then we would be looking for wave 4 to pull back into this space here. Now I can do that, and I've just put this on the on a different hourly chart, just a 6-hour chart here. And the way that it would work then is wave 4 would come into here. This is just one count here, so we can look, this is 1 and 2 and 3. 1 and 2 here, then wave 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 here for the third wave. I could also count this 2, just in case other folk are counting it, as wave 1 here, and wave 2 here is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 here. But I think it counts better like this here. I don't want to go into a battle about that, but this does leave this at wave in this structure here. This has got a little bit more to go up here, of course, but yeah. So basically, when we do find that, we can see that the market's struggling in here, but when this correction starts here, when it does start down here, we'll just pay close attention to see if we can get a corrective pattern out of this. If we get a very clear sort of impulse wave down in 5 waves, then we know that we're going to get 3 waves back up and then another 5 down. So yeah, all I really want to do is just point out that it's possible to have this as a wave 3 rather than a wave 5, okay? But I can't do anything about it until I gather the evidence, and the evidence will be in the structure moving down through here. When I'm looking at quite a few stocks as well, because obviously stocks create this, the indices. So when I'm looking at a lot of stocks, I'm seeing what I'm seeing on the NASDAQ, only 3 waves up. And not the 5 waves up that we're looking at here on the S&P. So yeah, we just need to be a little bit mindful when this. I want to pay attention when we get this. If we get this, when we finish this little structure here, it's got further to go. Yeah, just got to check that out. The other thing too, that this is just sort of left field here. This is the top 50 stocks in Europe, the stock 50 here. So what we need, and this would be the same for some of the other European markets as well. The DAX has just taken out the high here. Okay, so to make this is basically the same count as the other markets here as well. So in a nutshell, as the S&P 500. So we're looking for a wave 3 top to come into play here. But for this to be wave 3 here, we need to take this top out here. So really, this is a weekly chart here. Okay, so realistically, that's quite a long way to go to take that top out, isn't it? But that's what we would need to. That's what we'd need to see here. So there's still, yeah, the DAX has taken this top out, but this market hasn't. So yeah, it's this. Yeah, there's just this room. There's still room to go to the upside. That's what I'm basically saying, because basically the DAX had its low on the 2016, as I mentioned before, and is in the same pattern as such. So it'll be interesting to see how this how this pans out. And you know, this is quite a strong trend here, and we don't have a change in trend yet. Yes, it's been struggling through here, and we'll see, as I mentioned, Google and the Amazon, the biggies, struggle at the 1,000 for a moment or two. But yeah, let's just see this. This is yeah. Anyway, that's where it's at. So yeah, we're just expecting a turn here shortly here. All right, I'll leave it to that. I just wanted to point that out. That's all, in terms of this could be a wave 5 or it could be a wave 3 up here in line with the NASDAQ, but we'll need to check that out. But certainly this is moving up, and you need to be on the long side. I would only short this if we were under the, you know, the 2,500 here as a retested resistance here. So this is definitely support on the closest largest number, and being that the case, then the next level here is 65, 72 and 80 coming up here. Okay, cheers.